A woman explains that the alien arrival on Earth did not happen recently, as they have already been present for 2 years. After the first alien mothership appeared, billions of people were wiped out. After a while, another one arrived, and this one was far more aggressive. Fighting soon spread across the entire planet, with battles taking place on every continent as humans desperately fought for survival.
Sending thousands of unmanned drones to wreak havoc across every country on the planet.
Some alien groups chose to support humans in an attempt to stop the destruction, but this cooperation did not succeed. Australia eventually fell under alien control, and the remaining human forces were forced to rely on small, hidden attacks instead of open warfare.
I fear that the worst is yet to come.
A man named Bud Miller leads a secret team that includes Matt Simmons. Their mission is connected to a classified American operation from 1966 called Operation Rainfall, which involved an unknown object recovered from deep in the ocean, something the aliens may now be searching for.
Scientists discovered it embedded in the seafloor in 1966.
3 days earlier, Sydney was taken over again by alien forces. Massive structures float above the city like strongholds, supported by powerful troops on the ground. They fought fiercely against the alien forces across the ruined city. The aliens were hitting them hard with advanced military equipment. Most of Australia's military had been destroyed. The remaining forces are led by Abraham, while the air units are commanded by Hayes, who focuses on rescuing survivors from the destroyed city. During the mission, a squad receives instructions as they move into position, but they quickly come under heavy attack from enemy forces. At the same time, squadron leader Robin leads an airstrike targeting the alien towers and air forces.
Copy, Whiskey 1. Starting our run.
On the ground, Matt, Marcus, and a mixed group of humans and allied aliens enter one of the alien settlements using intel from an alien. Inside, they manage to free captured prisoners, both human and alien. While carrying out the rescue, they encounter a large alien commander wearing advanced armor and are forced to fight it. Matt tries to fight it, but is quickly overpowered. Marcus steps in to help him, and together with the others, Matt manages to shoot the alien. The team frees the prisoners and is told to destroy the alien settlement, even though some friendly forces are still inside. With Commander Hayes making the call, Robin and the Air Force team strike the area after leading out the civilians.
There's Zulu friendlies in the area.
That is in order.
The rescued civilians are taken to a resistance headquarters. In another location, Amelia and Abraham help a group of survivors, which includes an alien cooperating with humans. They later go to meet another group of aliens. On their way, they find a little girl wearing headgear with a camera used by the aliens to gather information.
Please, no.
This technology belongs to my kind.
The alien with them notices the gear and immediately destroys it. Once they meet the other aliens, they agree to exchange information in return for benefits from the humans. They discuss trading weapons, supplies, and protection in exchange for intel from the aliens.
Ask for intel to trade, Amelia.
There is also mention of Operation Rainfall, though no new details are confirmed yet. Back at the base, a girl named Isabella shows signs of emotional distress from past experiences with the aliens, telling Amelia that she still struggles with it. Matt presents an item they recently found during their fight with the aliens.
Sometimes I wake up screaming from what they did to me.
Elsewhere, Commander Hayes orders attacks on alien settlements, believing that all aliens are enemies. He reports that the war is being lost not just in Australia, but also in Europe and America. Even the use of nuclear weapons has failed to stop the aliens. With Sydney now fully controlled by enemy forces and their technology far more advanced, retreat is seen as the only remaining option.
Significant forces in all directions, and we're suffering unsustainable casualties here.
Abraham pushes back, saying they should not give up on the remaining human survivors. However, reports from pilots suggest that fewer and fewer human forces are still active outside the city, though efforts have been made to keep the fighting contained within it. Amelia and the others tell Hayes about recent information, pointing to a significant place called Rainfall, along with confirmation that it is an important American base located in Central Australia. They believe the aliens are searching
Over
for
the
it.
past few weeks, we've encountered sources that all speak of some event. Rainfall.
Despite Hayes showing hesitation, Abraham insists on sending a small team to investigate Pine Gap. He asks for volunteers and Matt and Gary step forward. They prepare for the mission using alien creatures called Vox as transportation. Matt rejects the idea at first, but Gary tells him they are the most loyal creatures that exist.
2 volunteers to go by ground transport to Pine Gap.
Before leaving, they go through final preparations. Gary says goodbye to his wife and child. They are given instructions to make sure they are ready for the dangerous journey ahead. Tension begins to grow between Matt and Amelia as they disagree on how to deal with the aliens. Amelia supports the idea of making peace, while Matt does not trust them. The group departs with the goal of completing their mission and ensuring the safety of others.
You gonna keep making friends with the enemy while the rest of us fight?
At the same time, civilians at the base begin evacuating. Under Dennis's supervision, buses are organized and sent out in a convoy. As they move away, Matt and Gary, who are traveling in a van, are suddenly attacked by alien forces. The convoy comes under heavy fire and suffers serious losses. Back at the base, Amelia cannot find Marcus and begins to worry. While Matt and Gary fight the aliens, Marcus reveals himself from a hiding spot inside the van. The situation angers Matt, but Gary tries to convince him that Marcus can help them. As the attacks grow stronger, they call for backup and request air support to protect them. Amid the chaos, people are told to stay down as attackers surround them. One of the buses is trapped with civilians inside, and the situation becomes critical. Squadron leader Robin responds by providing air cover. She returns to protect the van carrying Matt and launches an attack from her jet, destroying one of the alien aircraft, threatening the convoy. At the same time, Commander Hayes gives strict orders that Allied alien families are not allowed to evacuate with humans.
We gotta get out of here. Let's go.
Wait. Humans first.
No, that makes Grace pass.
No, not happening.
This includes Gary's wife and child. Amelia becomes angry at his orders and refuses to follow them, secretly taking them into her own vehicle. Soon after, the base comes under attack by alien forces. They are warned about a massive alien colony ship releasing a powerful explosive from above, causing widespread destruction. Luckily, the convoy leaves just in time before the devastating attack. The next day, Matt receives a call and is told that the base in Sydney has been destroyed. He is ordered to focus on the mission and find information about rainfall.
Origin, the alien colony ship.
Matt, Marcus, and Gary later arrive at their destination. At first, Matt resists the idea of Marcus coming with them, but eventually agrees. They travel across the desert using Vox creatures. Along the way, they stop at what appears to be an alien settlement site. Gary mentions that stories about their planet looking like Earth have existed among alien species for a long time, and many of those stories have proven to be true. Matt tells him their planet is destroyed now and says he is not interested.
Sydney was just destroyed. Focus on the mission. There are stories from our planet from a long time ago.
Meanwhile, Amelia, Abraham, and the remaining survivors arrive at the Blue Mountain base, where Commander Hayes is already stationed. Upon arrival, the Allied aliens are separated from the humans for inspection. Amelia insists that these aliens should be trusted, but the situation remains tense. She is told that it is the base's rule and is reassured that they will be well taken care of. After meeting with Hayes, Amelia asks him why he gave the order for aliens to be left behind when humans evacuated the earlier base. Hayes insists he was only following protocol. He then reveals new military equipment that has been upgraded using alien technology, including advanced jets, tanks, and rockets, showing that preparations are being made for a larger war.
Protocol. It's protocol.
Protocol.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called protocol.
Yeah. Convenient.
Out in hostile territory, Matt, Marcus, and Gary are hunted by alien patrols. They plan to take control of the situation, and Gary manages to deceive a group of aliens, allowing them to steal one of their flying tanks. With Marcus's help, they use the stolen vehicle to attack another alien unit.
I suppose you got a better idea, Gary.
I do.
While Gary and Marcus use the tank to fight off the aliens, Matt clings to another alien tank and starts fighting one of the aliens on it. He manages to destroy it with a bomb. However, their actions quickly attract attention, and enemy aircraft move in to stop them. Marcus manages to shoot down some of the attackers, but they soon become overwhelmed.
Got it!
During the conflict, Matt engages directly with an alien commander. The creature forces him toward a burning vehicle, trying to injure him with intense heat. Before the situation becomes fatal, a Vox charges in and kills the alien, saving Matt. Gary then tells Matt that he has discovered that the aliens are searching for rainfall.
And you had a good chat to your mates, didn't you? And that means you got some intel for me.
Back at the base, Hayes wakes up from a bad dream. He speaks with Isabella and shares a painful memory from the past. He explains that he and his wife were once captured by aliens and that she was tortured and killed. Flashbacks of them being separated and him finding her after her death flood his mind as he speaks about it. This experience shaped his belief that aliens cannot be trusted.
Fucking pieces of her.
Amelia begins to grow resentment toward Hayes, saying that she does not trust him. Later that night in the desert, Matt, Marcus, and Gary set up camp. Marcus informs the base that the aliens are after rainfall and is told to stay focused on the mission and reach it before they do.
It's a hell of a thing to say to me.
Hey, look, he's on our side, okay?
While resting, Marcus interacts with the Vox, spending time feeding them chocolate. Matt then comes over and tells him to cook something for them to eat. As they talk, Matt finds Gary's dictionary and jokes about it. This angers Gary, and he tells Matt that he is trying to learn their language while Matt is doing nothing. Matt replies that he does not care about the alien language and that humans are his only priority.
I don't care about humans. The people behind me, I protect. The ones beside me,
Gary quickly realizes that a dangerous predator called Zulik is nearby, a large reptilian creature brought by the aliens that hunts Vox. The creature attacks without warning. The group fights back, firing their weapons as Gary also faces another alien warrior. During the struggle, Marcus is knocked out. Matt covers him by firing at the creature, but he runs out of ammunition just as it lunges at him. Before it can strike, a powerful explosion destroys it midair. Two figures, Peter and Bella, emerge from the smoke. Back at the Blue Mountain base, Amelia and Dennis grow worried after not hearing from the allied alien group for 2 days. Suspicion begins to rise, especially toward Hayes. They try to talk to Robin, but she tells them Hayes is a good man and is working on their side. Determined to find answers, Amelia decides to investigate further despite the risks. Dennis steals Robin's card and distracts the guards while Amelia slips into a restricted area to learn more about the situation.
He's about as much of a parent as any of us have left here. And he's helping us take the fight back.
Matt and Gary arrive at a hidden village where Peter lives. Inside the settlement, Peter, Jenny, Bella, and Marcus reunite after being separated for a long time. The group shares a meal, and during that time, Matt explains the purpose of their mission. As part of staying in the village, they are asked to hand over their weapons to avoid causing fear among the residents. Sometime later, Marcus wakes up, and Bella explains that they rescued them. He is excited to reunite with them.
On our mission, I have heard a lot about you.
At the military base, Amelia enters a restricted laboratory. Inside, she makes a disturbing discovery. The bioweapon that Matt and Jackson recovered earlier is being studied there. It was once believed to be dangerous to humans, but Amelia learns it was actually created to kill aliens.
They have that one alien bioweapon here. The one that Matt and Jackson took.
The weapon is highly effective. Hayes and his team have been modifying it, turning it into a gas and preparing it for use in weapons. She then enters the underground prison area and discovers many alien prisoners. She realizes that the aliens separated from the humans are being treated harshly and used as test subjects. They have been testing the weapon on captured aliens and other creatures. Among those being used for testing are Gary's wife and child, which shocks Amelia.
You took one of my kind prisoner.
Back in the village, the situation turns tense when people learn that Gary, an alien who has been working with humans, is staying there. A crowd gathers, angry that an alien is being sheltered among them. Peter tries to calm them and defend Gary, pointing out his loyalty and actions. But the crowd refuses to listen, saying this is against the rules of the settlement. The people demand that the Vox be handed over as well. Marcus rushes out and argues with them to defend the creatures. As tensions rise, Gary steps forward and offers himself to the group. He asks them not to harm Peter's family and accepts that they may want revenge, showing he is willing to face the consequences himself. The crowd surrounds Gary, and he is dragged into a brutal fight. After a while, the crowd overpowers him. Matt then walks in and fires his gun, ordering the crowd to let go of Gary. He tells them they will leave the settlement. The crowd agrees and demands that Gary be taken away. As they prepare to leave, Peter and Bella decide to join Matt and the others on their mission.
Ever see him again? It's Dayton.
At the base, Amelia is detained and brought before Hayes, with Abraham arriving shortly after. She reveals what she saw in the laboratory and how badly the captured aliens were being treated, explaining that the weapon will kill all aliens, including those who are helping humans. Hayes argues that it is necessary for survival, but the situation quickly escalates as others realize the consequences.
Torturing, experimenting, hundreds of them.
Disagreement turns into open conflict, and weapons are drawn at each other. Captain Wessex steps in, takes control of the situation, and orders Hayes and his supporters to be arrested. Soon after, 3 large alien commander ships arrived, and a warning alarm went off across the base.
Captain Bailey, will you relieve the commander of his sidearm, please?
Meanwhile, Matt, Peter, Bella, Marcus, and Gary continue their journey and eventually reach Pine Gap. There they encounter Bud Miller, a CIA agent, along with an alien named Steve. Bud explains that they are working together, though there is some confusion and tension in their interaction. Steve's behavior appears unusual, and the group struggles to understand the situation fully. Bud told them no one would look for Steve since he was not useful to the alien army. Gary found Steve annoying and wondered if he was that annoying to them.
Wait, did one of our guys find you?
Hey, how you doing?
Bring you back here? No,
How you doing, honey?
Shut up!
The group told Bud they were here for Operation Rainfall. Bud shares limited information about Operation Rainfall, explaining that they do not fully understand why the aliens are interested in the location, but it is clearly important. He leads them further inside the facility.
Take off that ridiculous mustache.
I grew it.
Ow!
Back at the base, the alien leadership takes control of the communication system, overpowering the base, and requests a meeting with Amelia, or else they will be destroying the entire base. Amelia and Abraham agree to speak with them, hoping to find a solution. Captain Wessex prepares security measures and ensures that they are supported during the encounter, and they go out of the base.
It's okay, Amelia, you got this.
During the meeting, an elderly alien woman steps forward and addresses Amelia. She explains that many of her people have already chosen to follow Amelia's example, abandoning conquest in favor of survival and unity. Their home world has been destroyed, and Earth is their final refuge. Amelia proposes on working together and come to a general understanding and stop fighting each other.
Will your accomplices now cower in fear and shame?
Despite this, the Elder accuses Amelia of being connected to the suffering her species has endured. She insists that for peace to be meaningful, someone must answer for past actions. Without warning, the Elder attempts to kill Amelia, but Abraham intervenes and gets stabbed instead of her. The meeting is revealed to be a trap, and his death immediately causes fighting to break out again as chaos spreads.
Open fire!
At Pine Gap, Bud Miller leads Matt and the others deeper into Project Rainfall. They discover that the site is not just a facility, but a buried asteroid. This object was sent toward Earth millions of years ago by the alien species and is believed to have caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. Alien technology has merged with it, and Bud believes the aliens plan to recover it and use it again as a weapon.
This is the asteroid that helped wipe out the dinosaurs.
Alex, what are you doing? Stop touching it. Seriously.
Their large ships are capable of lifting it into space, where it could be used to destroy planets. Realizing the danger, Matt contacts Hayes and shares the situation. A plan is suggested to contaminate the asteroid with a biological agent, so the aliens will take it and be destroyed when it is triggered.
No, if they get it up to the colony ship, it is game over.
Gary reacts angrily to this idea and damages the communication device, as his family is still at risk. The tension between him and Matt turns into a brief fight. The situation shifts when Gary touches the asteroid, causing it to activate after being inactive for decades. The group is surprised by what happens, and Steve confirms that the technology responds only to specific alien DNA. The situation sends a signal to the aliens about the location of Project Rainfall, and they move in that direction.
And that is why your Kali mates keep turning up.
I was Kali.
Matt points a gun at Gary, suggesting he is not truly on the side of humans. Gary admits that he was once part of an elite alien force, but has since left that life behind. He now supports the humans and hopes for peace. Suddenly, the power goes off, suggesting the aliens have arrived at Pine Gap. The group quickly prepares to act, planning to damage the asteroid and slow the aliens down before they can use it.
Potassium chloride and liquid petroleum gas will ignite.
Back at Blue Mountain, Amelia and Captain Wessex try to defend the base, while Robin leads fighter jets in the air against incoming attacks. At the same time, the group at Pine Gap is ambushed by enemy forces. Amelia and Dennis rush to the communication tower and take control of the signal. She urgently warns Robin not to fire a missile carrying the gas weapon, as civilians and allied aliens are still in the area. Hayes, using another channel, orders Robin to proceed anyway. Faced with conflicting commands, Robin chooses to cancel her attack and retreat, but another pilot continues and launches the missile. It strikes one of the commander ships, releasing a deadly cloud that spreads quickly across the battlefield.
Come on. Robin, I promise you we'll find a way.
Fighting continues inside Pine Gap as alien forces overpower Matt's group. They struggle to defend themselves, but are eventually surrounded. Steve worries about what his kind would do to him for cooperating, while Gary fights alongside Matt and the others. They fight desperately, but are overpowered by the alien force. At that moment, the box creatures arrive and attack the enemies, turning the situation in their favor. Meanwhile, Hayes confronts Amelia at the base. They fight, but Amelia gains the upper hand and traps him inside a sealed chamber. She releases the same gas he had planned to use, leaving him to face the consequences of his actions. Back at Pine Gap, a massive alien ship descends and attaches itself to the asteroid, beginning to lift it from the ground. Matt, Gary, and Bella are caught in the pull and are carried upward with it. Bud and Peter are unable to follow and are left behind, with Peter breaking down as he realizes his daughter has been taken. At the same time, alien forces launch a powerful counterattack on Blue Mountain, destroying the base. Amelia, Dennis, Wessex, and the remaining survivors, both human and allied alien, escape just in time before the base is destroyed, with Robin and her squad providing cover from the air. Afterward, Peter reunites with the survivors from Blue Mountain Base at his shelter. He shares what has happened, explaining that Matt, Marcus, and the others had reached Pine Gap, but the aliens captured them and successfully recovered the asteroid, taking the rest with them.